You looked at the title, but why am I doing this in the first place? Well, I suck at art, so instead of making a game like this, I made a game like this. This is how I did it. But if you try to create a sprite from a triangle, Unity doesn't support that, so I had to find a triangle sprite off the internet. No joke, this took me about an hour to actually get, since most of them were white or transparent. This is so I can add color to the triangle, otherwise it'd be looking kinda odd. Okay, that's much better. But now I need to plan out the game and see how things are gonna be done in the game. I added sections in this document that will be treated like different areas of the game, just so I can try to make it simple and easy to do. Some of the ideas did not end up making it in the game since I didn't want to code half of these things. Plus, it made it too complicated for the player. The idea of the game is simple. You spawn in and you defeat 5 waves of enemies and at the final wave, there's this boss you have to beat to finish the game. Simple? Well, let's see how it went. So now I need to figure out the main things in the game, the gun and the enemies. Luckily I had this other game that I tried to make with the same idea, minus the only triangles part. I just need to copy paste the code that I made months ago, and I don't even know if it will work. Now I can start working on the first gun. It'll just be a pistol that will be spawned as soon as you start the game. But right now I don't know where to put it, so I guess it will just be here for now. Totally not cursed. Right now the enemies are just going to be simple and the pathfinding will totally not be messed up. But you'll realize that the gun you're shooting to defeat the enemies just randomly reloads. So I added an ammo count UI so you can see when you reload. Also, the font is made with only triangles, of course. Also, while we're there, I might as well just add some player health made with triangles. But this game is looking kinda bland. So all I have to do is just press this button and it'll make it 10 times better? Yes. Okay, that looks way too bright, so I might have had to search a bracket tutorial to actually do it. Anyways, I'm never gonna press that button again. But since it looks like this, the background doesn't really blend with it, so I decided to make it into a black color since I don't really know a person who's gonna play this. In real life, whenever you shoot a gun, don't try that at home. You would feel a sudden impact, kinda like a shake. So I replicated that in the game through camera shake. So now I got a working player, enemies, pistols, some UI, and overall the game is starting to become much better. Whenever the bullets travel to a collider, it doesn't feel like it was broken into pieces. So I use Unity's particle system, a great system for making particles by the way, to ensure that it looks better. But for some reason, the particles kept being squares, so I had to fix this immediately. Otherwise, this video is clickbait. Luckily, I found a tutorial that fixed this issue, and finally this video is not clickbait, at least for now. But now to actually make the game more balanced and more easy to beat, I added 2 more guns, the AR and the minigun. But to ensure the game is still gonna be challenging to beat, I added 2 more enemies. The fast enemy goes fast and the heavy enemy has a lot of health. You'll quickly realize when you shoot the gun, it doesn't have a sound. I need to fix that. So I looked up for some gunshot sounds and also a reload sound. Yeah, this should totally be good. If you try to play the game, you'll see that there's only 1 wave, and not the 5 that I promised. I need to fix that. So this is how it works. Each wave spawns every 30 seconds. As you get closer to wave 5, the enemies will get harder to beat as the fast and heavy enemies will start spawning, making it harder to beat. The timer will be displayed on the screen, so you know when the wave spawns. Then I also add a wave counter on the screen, so you know what wave it is. At wave 5, the boss spawns and he has 500 health, so it'll be quite hard to beat. Totally balanced by the way. I also made it so when you die from these totally balanced enemies, you'll have a choice to either respawn or go back to the main menu. So now the game is almost finished. All I have to do is just make the main menu and that's it. But after the game was finally finished, it took me about like 14 days to get from this to this. I need to see what my friends think about this so I called a B2 from the backrooms.
I guess this is where the video ends.
And Fahrenheit Java from the Extreme Parkour Challenge video.
Oh my god, I hate this level.
It's like a shooter game basically, so like you just have to defeat those. Oh, also that's a border, the blue thingy.
Can you run gun?
Yeah, you can. Okay, you can hold on that gun by the way. Alright, so how's the game so far?
It's honestly alright.
Okay.
Now it's time to see how Fahrenheit Java thinks if the game is fine or not fine. The game is fine. Just needs a little bit of fixing. Need to fix the collision cause it's really annoying. There are a lot of problems, so I will say this out loud. Collision problem, wave glitch, God's not working, suck at the main menu. Now I need to fix these problems, otherwise my game is going to be bad, and no one's gonna play it. The main problem about this game is just the annoying collision between the enemies and the players. Okay, that's much better. Not gonna lie, the game is quite an improvement from this, and also this is my first game that I released to the public. Of course it's not gonna be perfect and there'll be still big bugs and problems, but if you wanna play it, it's in the description. Also, if you just zoom closely enough, it's actually made out of squares.